with Tony Pollard. If you can read that quote there on the card, you should hopefully get a little bit horny, a little bit wet in those boxers, as you said, Jordan Teat, because Tony Pollard, in Zeke's absence, has gotten nothing but rave reviews. Of course, part of that's a negotiating tactic from Stephen Jones, from Jerry Owens, trying to get their guy in. But then you got guys like Dak Prescott and the linemen raving how Tony Pollard has made plays consistently in the receiving game, in the run game, and just thrived each and every practice, which tells me you got to have this guy on your penny stock radar, especially after Jerry Jones comes out and says it's a little bit of question after he was the change of pace back for Darrell Henderson at Memphis. Would this guy actually end up carrying the load and being the featured back? Well, then Jerry Jones comes out and says, we've seen him do it. We know he's capable. If he really needs to be, he's going to carry the whole load. And that's a huge note because you never know with this team if it's going to be an Alfred Morris situation, that kind of, it's a back and forth committee. But if he's going to come out and get endorsed as the every down back after he's made plays, then that's huge news. And then you go and see preseason action. And yeah, 4.16, 4 yards a pop, not bad, solid stats. But what I really like to see, what I cling to here, is the fact that Tony Pollard wasn't on the field beyond the first drive with the Stars. He's the only running back to play with Dak, and he only played one drive. That tells me they have some huge plans, whether it's as Zeke insurance if Zeke doesn't show up, or even if Zeke does, they're still probably going to be using Tony Pollard. They were saying how well he's shown in the receiving game. That's a decent spot for them to reduce some of Zeke's touches if he even shows up. But if not, you're looking at a potential 3-down horse behind a top 5 offensive line, behind an offense that should positively regress, especially with Kellen Moore, a more creative coordinator, coming into town. That could mean great things for Tony Pollard, a setup for low-end RB1 numbers that's falling right now well beyond round 10, really on no one's radar. But if you're drafting this week, this weekend, and Zeke's still not there, make sure you do everything you can to get Tony Pollard right up there with the Austin Ecklers and the Justin Jacksons in terms of this year's James Conner. It could definitely be Tony Pollard if it is Zeke holding out for a significant part of this season. Make sure you have him on that radar.